plaintiff, Larry Garcia, was married to the defendant for 10 years. But 7 years into the marriage, the defendant confessed that she had an affair with her boss, who was also her best friend's husband. Larry's suing his ex-wife for half of a tax debt. Defendant Shannon Garcia says throughout her marriage to Larry, he forced her to watch him have sex with other women and participate in threesomes. Shannon claims as a result, she's sexually damaged, and she denies owing her ex-husband for anything.
Start with you.
Yeah, Shannon's my ex-wife. We've been married for 10 years.
Starting when?
Starting 2003.
All right. Go ahead.
In 2010, I had difficulty finding employment due to the start of the Great Recession. 2010, Shannon started an internship in a medical facility with her best friend's husband as a sleep technician.
The profession was sleep technician.
Correct.
Like helping you find techniques to go to sleep.
Observing people, their sleep patterns
Gotcha.
with apnea,
Got it.
You know, things of that sort. It was in 2010 that she also learned more than just, you know, her profession, as she had a sexual encounter with her boss, her best friend's husband.
Person.
Yes.
He put you to sleep? And
No,
so I thought that might have been coming. You should have gave her a pass, sir. You know she was working where the man put her to sleep.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Okay, so obviously, you know, the deceit and the betrayal, you know, took a toll on the marriage.
Okay,
And
so you believe that she slept with the sleep technician?
yes,
No.
because she actually admitted it to me. It wasn't, I believe that she disclosed it.
Okay.
And we had issues over that.
Nope.
And so I started, you know, seeking therapy to overcome the issue. By 2012, I thought that we had worked a lot of our differences in the marriage out. And so in 2012, between her best friend, whose husband she slept with, and we secretly, we set up a re-proposal because I wanted to rededicate our vows. So had a huge party. I pop out of a giant claw machine at the ring, re-propose. I was the prize at the time. 2013, so we renewed our vows in Las Vegas. It was also at this time that she said she wanted to go through therapy herself, and she wanted to start taking Sex Addict Anonymous classes. And so...
The man turned her into a sex addict? Ma'am, let me get some background from you.
Okay, my ex-husband, Larry Garcia, has sexually damaged me. He's a sex freak. And he forced me during the whole course of our marriage until the time when I started working to allow himself to sleep with other women while I watch, and forced me to come into it and do three-ways with him. During the whole, from 2003 when we got married to 2010 when I started working. The only reason why he stopped was because the guy at my work had hit on me, which I've never had sex with.
So how did that make him stop?
Because he was jealous, and he finally got a taste of his own medicine, I guess.
You said you didn't do anything.
I didn't.
So how did he get a taste of his own medicine?
He hit on me, and I kissed him.
Taste of his own medicine?
He hit on me, and I kissed him back.
Taste of his own medicine would mean he's, oh, okay, you didn't sleep with him, you just kissed him.
I did not sleep with him.
Okay, well, that's not quite a taste of his own medicine.
It wasn't enough for him.
All right, then why couldn't you just walk out the door?
Because I thought I was being a good wife by letting him have his way.
Okay.
And I was 19, and I was naive when we got married.
All right, well, you'll never be lonely if you're doing all that. Go ahead. Sir, I'm not trying to be funny, but, you know, you might be popular to some men.
Yeah,
To do all that, I mean,
damaging.
that's kind of like fulfilling your husband's fantasy. That's my point.
Which is why I did it. But
And that's my point. Men do like women who fulfill their fantasy. If that's your fantasy, that's your thing. That's a terrible thing to do. But I'm just saying that's why you might be popular. But you're saying he took it too far.
Yes, he did.
Yeah. And is that kind of why you all broke up?
We broke up because I got tired of him being controlling. Due to all the sexual escapades that he had had, we'd split up at one point in the marriage, and we got back together, and he brought me to a swingers party. And we both engaged in activity there. And he got pissed off. And so I started going to sex addicts meetings to be able to deal with my mental condition that he had caused because of it. and all the controlling. He'd have me take pictures through my windshield of the traffic on the freeway when I would go to coffee with my friends.
To prove where you were?
Yes, that I was stuck in traffic.
Is that true, sir?
I've never heard of this before. Yeah,
You're a sex fiend?
Oh, me?
Yes! It's none of my business. It's none of my business. But I'm just allowing you to respond to her testimony.
It's like 6 or 7 women.
Huh?
It's like 6 or 7 women.
And you regret it now.
Yes, I do.
And in fact, you went and got treatment for it.
Yes, I did.
All right, so there's nothing to trivialize about it. If I did, forgive me. So, sir, let's move to the tax debt you're suing for.
Okay, so I am suing Ms. Garcia for the tax debt of 2012, where we were both married, and so which makes this claim valid. When we divorced, she filed in May of 2014. We did the division of our assets in August of 2014. However, the notification from the IRS came in November 17th of 2014.
That was a follow-up. I have one in March of 14, even before I divorced.
You see hers?
So he didn't know about it.
When were you divorced?
The divorce was finalized on November 8th of 2014?
9th.
9th, okay.
And was this debt a part of the divorce decree?
No, it was not.
I had no knowledge of this debt up until November.
He had the one from March, which he gave to me. I have a statement from my mother right here that was with me when he handed me my paper belongings from the apartment.
Yeah, why don't you think you got March? It's the same address. That's what you handed me. It went to the same address.
Yeah, no,
and I'm sure she wouldn't hide it. She wouldn't hide a debt that she thinks should be shared.
Yeah, no, I received that one in November.
I heard that's what you said, but this one came in March, she says.
Yes.
And she shows evidence. And it came in your name to the same address the one in November came.
Yes.
Then at that point, the only thing I can think of was, because I work on the property and she was, stay at home.
You were even there working on the property.
Yeah.
So you definitely could have gotten your mail.
That's why I included my mother's statement to show that I did not pocket it. She saw me grab
I'm
the
presenting this letter on behalf. I remember the day clearly where Shannon spoke with her ex-husband to ask the children's paperwork. She needed to get public assistance. He refused to give them to her. Did you refuse to give her documents she needed to get public assistance for her and her children?
That was not in March, since she filed.
All right, did you do it at all?
No, I retained the birth certificates and the Social Securities.
Did you refuse to give her any documents she needed to apply for public assistance? That was the question, and you're dodging it.
Well, then the answer is yes.
Why would you do that, sir? Were you trying to punish her?
Yes.
You're the one got her all mixed up. Well, the good news today, ma'am, is that he can't get a dime from you. This is, sir, something you must go back to court and amend your divorce decree. If the decree says she owed $528 for the tax debt, then I could rule on it to enforce it. The decree mentions nothing about it because you said it wasn't mentioned.
Yeah, I have it.
So now you must amend it so it can be mentioned. Please don't tell me you have it in there.
Okay. Oh, no, I have the decree right here.
And it doesn't mention it,
No.
right? All right, he admitted it doesn't mention it. Okay, so your claim is dismissed. Go back to the divorce court and say, I missed one of the debts. Judge, would you please split it half and half? Have a good day. Claim dismissed.
I'm glad that he said I know him because I don't, and he's a sex pervert.
She clearly is unable to buy them decent clothing, but that's okay. It'll come out of my own pocket, and I'm still the good father that I am.